Welcome to the audio version of the weekly recharge. If you hopped on over here from the Hustle Rebels podcast, thanks for joining us. You might as well subscribe. The link is in the show notes. Otherwise, let's hop right into it. Sometimes the biggest change isn't the event, it's the decision to go. What we'll cover this week is why your brain changes faster outside of your normal environment, the real reason travel creates identity shifts, why your nervous system craves novelty, and what happens when it doesn't get it, and how to create a reset without hopping on a plane. By the time you're reading this, or listening to this, I'll be on a plane, hopefully, barring any delays, to a conference just outside of Austin, Texas. I'm pretty excited about this one because the last time I attended something like this, it completely changed the trajectory of my life. It led to a decision where I packed everything up and moved to Boston. Not exactly a small pivot. This event is called the Powerful Living Experience, put on by David Bayer. He's got a great podcast called A Changed Mindset. Worth a listen if you haven't come across him yet. And while I'm excited for the business and entrepreneurship side of things, it's not really the main draw. It's being in a room with 1,000+ people who are all there because they're ready for something to shift, to get out of their normal environment, to think differently, to stop operating on autopilot for a few days. And that got me thinking. I came across a 2023 study that said travel, especially for 2 weeks or more, which I know is hard to do, can create more lasting life changes than traditional therapy. Not because therapy doesn't work, but because environment plays a bigger role than most people realize. When you travel, your brain gets pulled out of autopilot. Everything is new. Different places, different people, different rhythms, which forces you to actually pay attention again. That novelty increases neuroplasticity, meaning your brain is more open to change. You're not stuck playing the same roles that you play at home. You're not the employee or partner or the responsible one. You just are. And that space creates room to question things you normally wouldn't. Add in the fact that you're navigating unfamiliar situations, even small ones like getting lost or figuring things out on the fly. And it builds a level of self-trust that most people don't realize they've been missing. It's less talking about change and more being forced to experience it. But here's the part that matters more than any study. You don't need a plane ticket to create shift. Because if I'm being honest, the shift didn't start when I got there, because I'm not even there yet and I've already felt it. It started the moment I decided to go. And it got me thinking. To be honest, I don't travel a lot anymore, which is ironic because I used to be the kind of person who would randomly drive from Buffalo to Nashville just for shits and giggles. Even when I first moved here, I'd throw my stuff in a bag and head up to the New Hampshire mountains for the weekend, find an Airbnb just to get out of my own head. Now, I find myself too busy to do anything. Nick works too much. There's always something. There's just always a reason. And if I'm being honest, maybe that's exactly why I felt stuck for so long. Same routine, same environment, same conversations, mostly with the dogs. Same version of me, just on repeat. So yeah, maybe that study actually has some merit to it. Not because you need a plane ticket to fix your life, but because you might need to interrupt the pattern you've been living in. And lately, I haven't been doing that. I'll let you know what comes out of this trip, but if nothing else, this is your reminder too. You don't need a massive life overhaul. You probably just need to stop living the same day over and over again and expecting it to feel different. I'm pretty sure Einstein called that insanity. That's it. No bow on it, no perfect takeaway, just something to sit with. And this week on Hustle Rebels podcast, if you missed this week's podcast, part 2 of my conversation with Steve Bissona is out now. We get into things like why burnout somehow became a badge of honor, why high achievers stay quiet even when they're struggling, and how one simple human interaction and moment can actually change someone's trajectory. Because the truth is, most people don't need another program, policy, or performance review. They just need someone to ask, are you actually okay? You can find the link in the newsletter and go ahead and listen to part 2 there. Also, go ahead and listen to part 1 because that's just as great. And if you're new here or feeling nostalgic, there's a link to listen to the previous newsletters as well. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'm always here if you have any questions or even to chat. Share the weekly recharge with a friend so they can be regulated just like you. See you guys next week.